Today, we're diving into a magical world where the elements are a family, with all the love and squabbles that come with it. Once upon a time, in a beautiful palace, lived a wise old spirit named Mother Nature. She had many children, the elements, and keeping them in line was quite the challenge. When they behaved, all was well in the world. But when they misbehaved, chaos reigned. Sunshine, her eldest daughter, was a sweet and helpful soul, a true comfort to her mother through every season. Southwind and Westwind were also kind girls. But Lightning, Thunder's twin brother, was a real prankster. Snow had a chilly personality. Rain was always crying, and Eastwind was a grump. Thunder and Hail just grumbled and raged, and Northwind, the biggest of the boys, was so boisterous that everyone ran from him. Even though his crisp breath was actually quite refreshing for the world, one November day. Feeling weary from her summer duties, Mother Nature decided it was time for her long winter nap. "My dear children," she said, "I am going to rest. Be good, do your work well, and please wake me in March." "Of course, Mama," replied Sunshine, kissing her good night. "I'll do my best to keep everyone in order. Sleep well, and I'll call you for the spring work." As Mother Nature drifted off, Sunshine, with a final warm smile to the freezing world, began her task of spinning golden light, preparing a bounty of sunshine for the coming summer. But the moment their mother was asleep, the mischief began. "Now it's my turn," wailed Rain, and down came the tears in endless streams. His brother Eastwind joined in, blowing a bitter wind that made everyone shiver. Coughs, colds, fog, and mud made the world a miserable place. Sunshine pleaded with them to stop, but they wouldn't listen. Everyone agreed November was being particularly difficult that year. Fortunately, it was time for Northwind and his sister Snow to return from their trip to Iceland. The moment Northwind's strong voice boomed, Eastwind and Rain scurried away, a little afraid of their older brother. "What a mess they've made," Northwind declared. "We'll clean this up before Christmas arrives." And so he did. He dried the mud, blew away the fog, and prepared the world for Snow's beautiful, downy blanket. Soon, the world was transformed into a winter wonderland. Sunshine came out to play her part, making the ice on the trees sparkle like diamonds and the snowflakes glisten like silver under a bright blue sky. Everyone was delighted. Sleigh bells rang, children built snowmen, and the scent of Christmas trees filled the air. Faces glowed with a special holiday rosiness. "This Christmas will be wonderful if I can just keep those naughty boys in a good mood," Sunshine thought. She devised a clever plan. She gave Rain and Eastwind pastries filled with poppy seeds, which sent them into a deep sleep right through to the new year. Snow played her gentle pranks, but her beauty meant no one minded. And Northwind stayed calm, his crisp air-keeping cheeks rosy and spirits high. Sunshine was so pleased with the peace that she came out to join the fun, smiling so warmly that she started a January thaw. But her plan had consequences. When Rain and Eastwind finally woke up, they were furious about the poppy seed trick. "We'll make Sunshine pay for this," they said. "We'll turn everything upside down." They called on Hail for backup and got to work. Rain unleashed a deluge, causing rivers to overflow and flood the lands. The melted snow rushed down the hills, washing away roads, carrying away homes, and endangering lives. Hail pelted the earth with icy stones, and Eastwind howled and roared, making everything cold and bleak once more. Poor Sunshine was at her wits' end. She desperately wanted to fix things without waking her mother. She tried her best to calm her furious brothers. Luckily, Westwind came to her aid. As Sunshine shone with all her might, forcing Rain to slow his tears, Westwind battled Eastwind, pushing and pulling until the grumpy wind ran out of breath and had to retreat. The harsh weather was finally over. Sunshine worked tirelessly, her warm smile drying the soggy ground. Westwind helped with her fresh breezes. And by the time March arrived, the world looked much better. "Now, let's all be good and get the spring cleaning done before Mother wakes up," Sunshine said, finally taking a moment to rest. I don't know what she'll say about the mess, but I've done my best. Her siblings, feeling remorseful for their mischief, gathered round her. They loved their sister and promised to behave. They all pitched in. March was a busy month, with all the winds taking turns blowing gently. Even the soft south wind returned from her travels to help. Snow packed away her remaining winter blankets, and rain only offered gentle showers to help the buds swell and the grass turn green. All the while, Sunshine unfurled the golden robes of light she had spun all winter. They worked so diligently that by April, the world was breathtakingly beautiful. When Southwind blew open the first hyacinths, their sweet fragrance drifted up to Mother Nature's window. She smelled the perfume, rubbed her eyes, and began to wake. Well, well. I must have overslept, my dearest child, she said, looking out at the budding spring world. I see you've been hard at work getting everything ready for me. Sunshine sat on her mother's lap and recounted all her trials and tribulations. Mother Nature laughed at some parts and frowned at others. You did very well, my dear, she said finally. Now, call your brothers and sisters. It's time to celebrate our spring festival. And so they did. They all came together for a joyous celebration. As everyone knows, April weather can be a little bit of everything. So each of the children got a turn to show off their talents, but this time in harmony. All was right with the world again. Mother Nature was awake. Spring had officially arrived, and her children, for now, were a happy, united family. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the seasons. If you enjoyed our story, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales from our magical world. See you next time.